Hey everyone, in this video series we're looking at 40 essential board games for solo gamers. A few rules before we get started. This list contains only games that are available on retail or on the publisher's site at the time the video is made. You won't find expensive out-of-print Kickstarter stuff in there. This means there are really great solo games that you will not find in this list. I've also tried to include a variety of genre and gameplay mechanics. As a result, I've included games that I personally don't like, but that I think need to be in this list of essentials. Today we're looking at numbers 40 to 31. Let's jump in. My first game in this list is a game you probably have never heard of, and that is Black Hole. This is a sci-fi game where you explore planets and do a bit of time travel on the side, with the ultimate goal of piecing together your own story. It's a one-of-a-kind game, and I'll have a review ready sometime soon for this game, which I really recommend. It is a free print and play game, so there's no reason not to try it. Truly a hidden gem. Alternatives include Sleeping Gods for the choose your adventure aspect, Sherlock Holmes for the in-game questions, and Unsettled for the sci-fi planet exploration aspect. In 39 we have Pandemic. This wouldn't be in the list of essential solo games without Pandemic, of course. It's a staple that has known many declinations. You don't necessarily need to have the original game, but I feel a solo collection is not complete without at least one Pandemic game. There are many alternatives you can choose from using the Pandemic mechanics, including one of the multiple Pandemics variations, Wrath of the Lich King, or Forbidden Island, which is a great gateway game for families. Pathfinder is a game that I put off for a long time because it looked a bit too generic for me and, well, it's kind of true, but it's still an awesome heroic fantasy game which feels a lot like cardboard Diablo. Your characters just get better gear as you progress through the campaign, which feels awesome. Alternatives include one of the many base sets for Adventure Pathfinder, or one deck dungeon for a simpler, cheaper game. Onirim is number 37. I'm not a huge fan of the Oniverse personally, but it's once again a series that you need to try at least once as a solo gamer. Alternatives to Onirim include one of the many games set in the Oniverse. I suggest you pick one with a theme that interests you, and if you really like it, you can buy more games in this collection. I've put Pandemic Legacy in a different section than Pandemic itself, because it is different enough. The Legacy aspect was very original at the time, and it's still a very solid solo game nowadays. As an alternative, you might want to try Pandemic Legacy Season 0. The Loop is a game I haven't tried personally, but that has been on my shopping list forever. It keeps getting recommended, so I had to include it in this list of essential solo games. Coffee Roaster is a very chill bag builder in which you have to brew the best coffee. It's a non-stressful experience and really a great solo game. If you like bag builders, a personal recommendation of mine is the Brass Age. A very different game for sure, but with a nice bag building strategy. In number 33, Rove. Rove is an 18 cards puzzle game with a light science fiction theme. Game sessions last about 15 minutes, and it's a great tiny game you can take everywhere with you. If you're looking for quick puzzles, you can give a try to Skulls of Sedlec as well. Horrified has a bit of a Pandemic feel to it, except that instead of viruses, you have to contain and destroy monsters from popular movies. It looks really good too, and is one of those good value games. If you're looking for other movie franchises turned solo or cooperative board games, Back to the Future Back in Time might be for you. The Lord of the Ring the card game. Here again, it would be difficult to not include this game in an essential list of solo board games. As a solo player, this deck construction strategy game is one you'll probably want to play two-handed, as some scenarios can be very brutal. Alternatives to LOTR LCG include other LCGs by Fantasy Flight, such as Arkham Horror or Marvel Champions. If you're looking for more Middle-earth, Journeys in Middle-earth might be for you. Alright, that's it for numbers 40 to 31. Stay tuned for the rest of this list of essential solo games.